Hey guys! Alright, so this is the first in DS game, 6th generation competitive battle I've done. And sarcastically speaking, I am starting off strong. So this is against user Scruffy from Smogon, and I was on the forums to get battles because their Wi-Fi finder is down. And I PM'd him, he PM'd back, we got a match going, and so, looking at his team, I expected the Galvantula lead. I mean, Fortress could set up spikes, but Sticky Web is usually a good start, so we're just going to get into the match. So, he's going to send out Galvantula like I thought. I went into Kangaskhan because I was hoping maybe a Mega Fake Out would be enough to take it out, and I figured it was sashed anyway, so even if I couldn't take it out, at least I could, I don't know. I just really didn't want the web up, was the issue, but I cannot take out Galvantula with one hit, so he ends up getting the sticky web up as I go for the power-up punch, and it doesn't kill it, but in my mind, I thought that was fine. He got his web up, so I'm going to go for another power-up punch here to get up to +3, as he goes for the Thunder, which doesn't do too much, but he gets the Para, and then I get paralyzed. So at this point, I don't want to take too much damage, so I just have to Sucker Punch the Galvantula, which means I can't get to +3, which is slightly disappointing because he's going to go into his Scizor and Mega Evolve, and I was thinking, okay, it's still a Mega Scizor, but I am at +2, and Steel no longer resists Dark, so we'll go for the Sucker Punch, hope he doesn't Swords Dance, and maybe take him out, but it does not do enough. At +3, I might have been able to do a bit better, but oh well, hacks is hacks. So he's going to U-turn out and go into his Gyarados. Now, I know that Gyarados is not going to be the Mega, but he does get the Intimidate off, and I just stay in because I figure a paralyzed Kangaskhan isn't really going to do too much. So, I just let it be Death Fodder. I'm going to go into Rotom, and I know he's going to be afraid of the electric type move, so I'm just going to set up a sub on the switch, see what he goes into, and go from there. I'm actually going to go for the Will-O-Wisp right now because I can't do too much to an opposing Rotom, aside from burning it and getting that extra little bit of damage each turn, but he is carrying the Lumberry, so he's going to heal, but at the same time, it means that if I can Toxic him later, that'll be fine. Unfortunately, the match never gets there. He Volt Switches, and it doesn't break the sub, and he goes into Nidoking, and I'm feeling good right here, because I can go for the Hydro Pump, and just seriously hurt it. He goes for the sub, and I miss the Hydro Pump. Alright, that's fine, I have 4 more. Aside from that, I have Will-O-Wisp, which I can't hit while it's behind a sub, and since it is faster, I'm not going to go for the Willow, even if I do break the sub. And T-Bolt, which is not... can't do it. So I missed the second Hydro Pump, and now we are in a pickle. So I have to switch out and find some way to break the sub. So I go into Haxorus to take the Fire Blast, but after, I'm not sure if I would have been able to outspeed before even. I think I'm running max speed, so I should have, but after the Sticky Web, his Nidoking is going to be faster and just take me out with an Earth Power. So there's really not much I can do at this point. I just fought it off Haxorus because I missed Hydro Pump twice. I go back into Rotom because I'm thinking whatever, we'll just go for it. And so the Fire Blast doesn't do anything at all, and I finally get off a Hydro Pump, break the sub. He's gonna go for the Substitute again. I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump again. And here's what you see if I had PP up, or if I hadn't missed those first 2 Hydro Pumps, the game would not have ended here. Yes, guys, this Nidoking I just couldn't handle. I could not... I mean, I could have handled the Nidoking, but I'm pretty sure... I don't know. I played the match pretty poorly, I think, in a sense, because of the Sticky Web. Right here, I'm thinking he can't go for another Substitute because he's at 25%. But his Nidoking is probably running enough, the exact number of EVs necessary to keep it so he can go for a 4th substitute, as opposed to just 3. So I'm going to go into Volcarona as to take the Fire Blast, but he goes for the Ice Beam, I guess expecting, I'm not sure, maybe Gliscor? But Volcarona takes that pretty well, and now he goes for the Earth Power, and it does a surprisingly, a dozen amount of damage, and I go for the Quiver Dance. So after the lefties and the special defense boost, I'm hoping to be able to live in Earth Power, because I'm going to go for the Roost. And so he goes for the Earth Power, and Volcarona lives at 5 HP, so I get that Roost up, and right now we're feeling good. I'm going to Quiver Dance up a bit more. Here's really where everything goes wrong. I do get the Quiver Dances, and I'm going pretty fine. I'm roosting up and Quiver Dancing, and I'm faster than him now, so I don't have to worry about him hitting me very hard. The one thing I have to worry about now is crits, though. So I'm trying to keep my HP up as much as possible, so I keep roosting and Quiver Dancing. Roosting and Quiver Dancing. Because here's the thing. I can easily break his sub now and then kill him. But I know that immediately after, he's going to switch into Gyarados. And unless I'm at a high amount of special attack, his Gyarados is just going to eat Volcarona for breakfast. So, what you see is me continuously going for the Quiver Dance, because at my amount of HP, at special attack, I can easily take out everything on his team, except for the Gyarados, and I know that that is going to come in immediately after I take care of the Nidoking, so I want to prepare myself for it, because I'm hoping Volcarona can take one hit and burn it with the Flame Body, go for the Roost, and be perfectly fine, but it doesn't work out the way I need it to, because that's what I was imagining happening. So in the end, I misplayed here because I go for one more Quiver Dance thinking, alright, that's when the thought process of the Gyarados was going through my head. So I was like, alright, I'll Quiver Dance more. And then he gets a crit. And after that, I just lose, because I'm going to go into Gliscor, and Gliscor's going to get Ice Beamed and just go down, and then Klefki is gonna come out, and Klefki is just gonna get Fire Blasted. So, in a sense, yes, I could have handled the Nidoking and definitely played the game a bit better, but I wanted to be able to handle Gyarados afterwards without switching. So, that was my main concern. He's going to go for the Ice Beam, and it's not going to do enough. And I'm going to show him twice that I cannot touch his Nidoking, and then I'm going to forfeit. Because either way, we were just going to sit there until he killed me. So I showed him I can't touch Nidoking while it's behind a sub with Rotom, and that's good game. So, things that went wrong, I missed those 2 Hydro Pumps, I didn't have a PP up. Kangaskhan could have done more if, things hadn't happened the way they did, and he got a critical hit. All in all, it was a very unlucky match, but at the same time, I might have been able to pull out if I hadn't gotten greedy with the Volcarona, because I knew Gyarados would threaten me, but at the same time, I could have switched into something that could take on Gyarados, but in a sense, I got greedy there because I just wanted Volcarona to be able to take on the rest of his team, as opposed to switching out and whatnot. So, I guess that's that. It was my fault, I got greedy at the end. If I had taken out his Nidoking, I probably had a chance. I just wanted to Quiver Dance up until I was threat enough to just sweep his team with Volcarona, and that was the misplay there. I got too greedy, and that was completely my fault. I suppose in a sense, I'm not going to justify my actions. I got greedy, and that is why I lost. So, I have more battles up. They're already saved and recorded. I just need to narrate them. So, rate, comment, subscribe, like, and I will see you guys later.